let's talk about Rachel from Accounts, or lying Rachel from Accounts, as we can now call her. Only the BBC, actually. I mean, we all knew she'd lied about her CV. She said she
spun it up a bit.
Yeah, she said she was an economist for 10 years at the Bank of England.
That changed to 6, didn't it?
Yeah, well, only the BBC. I reckon the BBC sort of launched their own investigation to probably prove that Rachel was right. But actually didn't work out. So in fairness, they proved that even 6 years is a lie. Right. It was actually 9 months less than that. Just in case we've forgotten, this is a guy called Kev Gillett, who was in effect, her boss when she worked at the Halifax Bank of Scotland. He put on LinkedIn, back in 2009, the Right Honourable Rachel Reeves worked 3 levels below me. Just facts. She was a complaints support manager at HBOS, not an economist. # fact check. Gillett also alleged during her time at the bank between 2006 and 2009, she, and I'm quoting Mr. Gillett here, nearly got sacked due to an expenses scandal where 3 senior managers were all signing off each other's expenses. Reeves and her team deny this. Who cares? You know, we can't believe a word you say. You denied that she wasn't lying about her CV, so you can forget it. You know, you can't cry wolf this often. BBC have established she's even more of a liar. And what annoyed me about their response to this is, yes, she has accepted that the BBC is right, but her CV mistakes were due to an administrative error.
No, that's absolute.
It's a lie.
Forgive me, but that is bollocks, isn't it? I mean, CV mistakes. You know, we all know that it's quite common for people to slightly spin up what they've done on a CV. But in her position, you know, the stakes are a little bit higher, aren't they? And frankly, in most very senior jobs, to lie on your CV is a sackable offence. You know, to have circulated falsehoods about your credentials for a job is normally a disqualification straight up. But this is politics we're talking about, and apparently it seems to go with the territory. In any case, the proof is in the pudding, isn't it, to use a cliche? So far, she hasn't exactly worked wonders with the economy. I mean, we had the growth figures today, and they are at 0.1%. Yeah. It's not great. I mean, we
are hovering on the edge of recession.
It's not recession, but it's
almost.
You know,
almost.
I don't think anyone will be popping out the champagne for 0.1%.
Well, it's disastrous, all due to her pathetic budget, her awful, grotesque £40 billion tax grab budget that has just wrecked this country. It's still going, we're growing the economy. You can't grow the economy after that budget. Everybody knows it. Yeah. Stop gaslighting us.
And it hasn't even kicked in yet. I mean, most of the worst of these changes don't come in until April.
There's talk of a cabinet reshuffle, and some people are saying that she might be among the reshuffled. But I doubt it, because a prime minister who has to move, effectively sack their Chancellor, looks like a very fragile prime minister. So she's got job security because of her own uselessness, to be honest with you, because he can't get rid of her. He's got to stick with her hopeless project. But, you know, I'm an artistic type, so I think this is even worse a crime than her barefaced lies about her less than glittering career. She has this soulless Philistine that she is, typical socialist, no artistic temperament whatsoever. She is replaced in number 11 Downing Street, the official home of the Chancellor where she lives. Portraits of former prime ministers, royalty, and interestingly, a bust of former Prime Minister Benjamin Disraeli. He was Jewish and a Tory. You know where I'm getting at there. Yeah. Anyway, look. This is what she's replaced it with. You see that thing? If you're listening on the radio, it's this massive, great, horrible red scribble, which is supposed to denote the hell of the lockdowns that Labour loved so much.
What?
Well, it's supposed to be a mask on a face.
Right. Okay.
So what she's done, folks, is she's replaced these classic portraits of kings, former prime ministers, the bust of a Jewish prime minister. You know what Labour are like about Jewish people. No wonder she's got rid of that one, eh? And she's replaced it with these juvenile scribbles about the lockdowns
which they
Labour loved
and
so
frankly
much.
would probably still be in a lockdown if it was up to them.
It's so soulless.
It is so soulless. It's so depressing. Oh, the sooner we get rid of these clowns, the better.
What about this reshuffle? There is, it's on the front page of the iPaper today, not necessarily a paper of record, but there's much talk in Westminster that in his latest, kind of feeble... By the way, there's another picture up there.
These are brilliant, aren't they? I mean, it looks like a fingerprint with someone painted.
Why does that... Honestly, folks, if you're listening on the radio, it's basically a sort of load of grey scribbles with a bit of red scribble.
I know, wire wool that you used to clean up some ketchup.
Or a bee's nest or something like that. That's what it looks like.
You wouldn't want it on your wall in any setting, really.
Yeah. Anyway, these are the pictures. But in a feeble attempt to sort of polish up his image, his very tarnished image, and to improve his popularity, there's word that Keir Starmer may be about to bring about a cabinet reshuffle.
It's very early in an administration for a reshuffle.
Yeah, but Hermer, the Britain-hating Attorney General who's trying to give away the Chagos Islands. Apparently, even Keir is considering maybe I made a bit of a mistake. I made a bit of a mistake.
So 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, change. Kev, it's change. That's what it is.
Hello, Richard. Sorry about ennobling you and making you Attorney General, but 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, you're fired! Yeah! Well, it'd be quite good to get rid of him. He's a disgrace. And you know what? We've got only a few seconds later, but, Keir Starmer's obsessed with the rule of law. The problem with what he is imposing on this country, it's not the rule of law, it's the rule of lawyers.
Yes, exactly. Big difference there.
Yeah, there really is.
The rule of lefty lawyers, which is most of them.
Yeah, so actually we've got another minute. I just got that time wrong, so we can have plenty of time to give this excellent conversation oxygen. No, Donald Trump is being called the most lawless president in American history.
A badge of honour, I'm sure.
And all the Democrats go, we're going to take him to court, we're going to take him to court. And he's just saying, you can't take me to court, I'm the president. And he's working wonders. Yeah. What we need to do in this country, we need to do a Trump. We need to say, sod the law, sod the law. Let the government govern. Because we have allowed governments, politicians to cede power to lawyers, right? And that is 100%. Bad for this country.
100%. So yeah, it's become a real problem each and every day with these lefty loonies.
And when you've got a human rights lawyer as your prime minister, I mean, it doesn't.
Save you.
It doesn't bear thinking about. And by the way, he was a very, very poor director of public prosecutions. And on that bombshell, thank you very much, Isabella Oakeshott. Great 2 days as always.